50, fires, good-looking effort, quality kick.
Chris Judd's a wonderful player, and there's probably, maybe some say, the game where he just burst onto the scene. I know he started his career extremely well, but up against, arguably the best team in the era at that time in Brisbane, and we're up at the Gabba, and some of those goals he kicked was just electrifying, really.
Well, that was an outstanding kick from an outstanding young player, and the boys celebrate a good start there by the West Coast Eagles.
Chris was an amazing guy to play with. He was still pretty raw at that time, and not many people, they knew his ability, but didn't know whether he could put it together for 4 quarters.
Judd going at his second here, you would like his chances, Chris Judd. He's a wonderful finisher. He's got 2 for the afternoon.
His ability to be able to pick the ball up in the stoppage and run away from people is a pretty special attribute to have.
He just gets the ball in congestion or on the edge of the pack. By the time he kicks it, he's double the distance away.
I do remember that game. It was a pretty special performance. That I think the main thing I remember that is the Brisbane players getting pretty filthy. I think it may have been the Scott boys involved, or a couple of pretty hard-nosed defenders down there, and they weren't too happy about it.
Judd arrives quickly, lines up his third, right over the goal umpire's hat.
This bloke just flew onto that. It was electrifying.
His 5 goals was unbelievable. I just couldn't believe it. And I remember the Scott brothers trying to run around and catch him, and there was so many boys all having a go. He was just too quick.
Running Atkins, picking up brilliantly. Judd, how's that? Goes with the outside of the boot. He can't work it back left to right far enough, or can he?
I reckon he has.
He has! Oh, what a goal!
That was probably the most, the best individual game I've ever seen anyone play in my era. It was just great to play alongside a guy like that. Like, there'd be 4 or 5 blokes scrambling for the footy, and then all of a sudden you just see this number 3 just fly past in this West Coast Guernsey, and then you'd find yourself just scrambling to sort of shepherd anyone that's just trying to chase him. Then you hear the crowd erupt, and it was an amazing time to play with him, Daniel and Ben, and it was good for me because I got the 4th best midfielder, which was pretty handy.
Guess who? Do it again. Judd, could he do it again? 5.5, I think so. I think so.
It's only what you see in highlights. Like when you're playing games, you don't really see a player having such an impact. Like, I didn't know he kicked 5 in the first half, but you look back and you see some of the highlights, and he couldn't get tackled. He had 3 or 4 blokes on him nearly every time he hit the ball, and I think Lee Matthews said it's one of the best first halves he's ever seen that play. So, that's what you expect from Juddy, I suppose.
Congratulations, just a sensational effort. On a personal note, let's talk about your first half. 5 goals, you're in blistering form.
Yeah, started off all right, quietened out in the second half, but just to come up here against the best team in the AFL and have a win, it's fantastic.
I remember at the end of the game just walking off going, wow, this kid has really, really got something here.